we like to stay divided. Oh, Africa, we like to stay divided. We don't like to be united. The problem with Africa, majority of us, we are weak when it comes to coming together. We can pretend as much we want to, African, because we're divided by 54 countries. In the continent of Africa is a diverse continent with 54 countries. Imagine in that 54 country, if it was united, because I know in the north, they will never united with the blacks who do it done. Yes. Country like Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Libya, Egypt. And you go a little bit to Ethiopia. I don't know, but I'm just making an assumption here. They can never united with majority of the black. That's what I see. Why we struggle to united in Africa? The struggle of Africa is a key factor that we need to start looking. Discrimination, racism, because it doesn't matter what continent you're living, because black people, we struggle the same. We definitely struggle the same. It doesn't matter if you're on a continent of Africa with them 54 countries, what country you're living, we struggle the same. Until this day, these people that they live in a country of South Africa, they are you have black and you have this Caucasian, they live over there. They are divided. Imagine you have the black, they're already divided, and you have other that they came, they don't get along with the black the indigenous of that country. And you have the Indian that came into South Africa as well. What I don't like about Africa, what we do, that we don't fix division. We have so much division among each other. How we gonna unite it? How we gonna defend ourselves against the Western? What power do we hold? We don't have the army. The Western, they said since 1960, majority, or should I go a little bit further, we start getting independence. Did we really get independence from the Western? Did we? Who's controlling us? Why we struggle to develop it? This is the kind of thing we need to start looking into. We are people. We are human beings. Do we still want to be held under somebody or under people? Do we still want to get whipped every single time to make ourselves to understand and to get our brain to work in a certain way so we can understand we deserve to be in this planet? Do we have to be work under the European? They don't respect us. They see us not human. It's like a Malcolm X said it. Malcolm X said under the Constitution, I read under the Constitution, Lord, they rule over their black people. We are inhuman. We are human. We are below animal. Animal, Malcolm X, the way he said, we are below. He said any black person that is going to say the Declaration of Independence is for us, he's out of his mind. Oh, yeah. Because he said the Constitution, it removed black people. He said black people. This is what Malcolm X was talking about. But let me tell you this. Everything Malcolm X was talking about, a lot of black kids is not in their head. Until this day, we're struggling to develop in ourselves. Because you know what? The master is no longer with us. All we want to do is, like the Israel, they're still waiting for their Jesus. And you have Christianity, they're saying Jesus came already, Superman. The Jesus that walks, Say Jesus already came. He was here in 1st century. He died and rise. He's going to come again to take us. Can you see the delusion that much? The same with us Black African. For us to do something, the white people, it's like they have to give us the ID. We have to borrow money from them to try. My heart, it breaks down because my heart goes to the young people because I know the struggle. European powers withdraw African borders without regard for existence, ethnic, culture, reality, which has contributed to persistent internal conflict. Colonial economic were often structured to export rare material, hindering the development of local industry. That's why you can see us in Africa. We struggle because they downplay the European they did to us is the key factor that for us African to grow, it became a problem. The historical extraction resource include the slave trade, remove significant manpower and weakening the continent's ability to develop. The short period of former colonial rule in many areas, ending by the 1960s, meant that existing systems were disrupted by new stable institutions were not fully established before independence was granted, leading to a difficult transition. Many Africans, we struggle with higher corruption. We have a weak institution. Corruption, weak institution. African, that's what we have. A lot of corruption and weak institution that we have. And lack of accountability. This is what we have, lack of accountability. Because number one, you need to understand, majority of people that are in power, they have no moral. Because when they get in power, they became the corrupt that they was talking about. I point so much finger to the Western. I had to. Do you know why I had to? Because they colonized us. And they left us in a breaking way. They broke us, you know. Lack of accountable, this leads to the mismanagement of resource and limit investment in essence service, lack of health care, education, and infrastructure. Infrastructure is the big factor in Africa. That's what we struggle about. Infrastructure is the biggest problem in Africa. Education and infrastructure, healthcare in Africa. How can we develop as a people? You have the Western, they already see us inhuman. That's why you can see when they colonize us, the way they did to our ancestor, the inhuman. The inhuman. It was unbelievable. They treated us less than a dog. Oh yeah, they did treat us less than a dog. But we think like we are still, people that the Western, they see as people. No, I'll say this again. Many African nations struggle with higher levels of corruption. That's why we struggle. They struggle that we have higher level of corruption. So imagine that. How can any country develop? Where we're so weak, that's why you can see we struggle to develop and we run back to the Western for help. I'm gonna keep repeating this. History is there for us to learn, so we cannot repeat the same mistake. People that are running away from the history, there are people that tend to repeat the same mistake. As Africans, we struggle to stare at ourselves in the mirror to see the ugliness that we have in ourselves because they're so representing who we are. a lot of us African, when I'm saying Africa, I'm talking about black, everywhere black we are. Because I know when I say the name of Africa, we hate it. We hate it. We hate it. I'll say this again. We are the problem. We are the problem. Weak institution. Weak institution. Look at us. Look at African. Weak institution and lack of accountability. This lead to the mismanagement of resource and limited investment in essential service like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. And that's the problem, the lack that we have. I'm gonna keep saying this and I'm gonna keep repeating this. Infrastructure is the problem that we are lack of, because look at our country the way it is. We struggle to develop. We are so weak when it comes to technology. We are so weak when it comes to financial, economic, developing our own country. We give away our resource because we don't know what to do with our resource. That's why we give it to the people that they know better. Yes, because we do not hold other people accountable. This is the problem that we have in Africa. So I want us to try to understand and think. Because if you go to Africa, do you know the people that they struggle the most is the young people, because lack of employment, lack of management is not the young people they fall, because they go to school, they study. My question is, we're going to school to study. What are we studying for? Because end of the day, after we finish, there is no job for us. A lot of amount of young people in Africa, once they finish studying, there is no job for them. There is a lot of youth. Go to country like Angola. You see the capital. It looks like a spectacular, always lovely. Start moving beyond that. They're dying fixing the capital. The president of Angola, he gave 12 million to the international football of Argentina. While there is vast majority of a lot of Angolan, they're struggling to study, even to find this water just to drink, or even a place to sleep. But he gave 12 million to a country that hate black people. Make that make any sense? If you have any moral sense of intelligence in your mind, how sickness it is for a president to give 12 million to a country that don't care about his country. Give the 12 million to the people that are... Can you see? This is what I'm talking about. We are so weak. Weak institution, corruption, it runs deeply in our vein. Yes, when they said to you, when you read a damn Bible, they're saying Judas sold Jesus Christ. What do you think that Judas is? That's a black man selling another black man. Oh yeah, that's a black man. Was like, you know what? I need some coin. I'm gonna sell this nigga. That's who black people were. Can you see? Egypt is not them people that you're seeing in Egypt, Rana. That's not Egyptian. Come on, you must be fool to think them Arabic people you're seeing in Egypt, they are Egyptian. It's like you're saying European, the Israel people. You must be insane. Let me tell you this. We like to sell our own people. It breaks me down when I'm thinking about all of this, because we are good people and we are worse people. That's the thing about us black people. We're good people and we're worse people. That's what makes it hard when you're speaking about us black people, because black people, we hate anything to do black. We are so ignorant. We like to pull anything that is against us far away so it cannot be attached to us. We like to try to bring the new one to bury the old one so we cannot know, or to reflect to what happened to us in the past so we can't relate all of that to us. We want to bury that so it can feel like it didn't exist. bad idea, because the moment you ignore that, the hardest it became for you. We need to speak about all of these. Former colonized, they're going back. Oh, they want Africa back. Oh, yeah. Africa is not even developing. It hasn't even changed. But the former colonized, they want it back. The master, they start standing up, because you know what? Their country is collapsing. You have America bombing Venezuela, bombing the Nigeria. You think it's for the sake of what? Oh, for the humanity? Of course, no. They don't care about that. It's about power, money, oil. That's what they need. Africa, wake up. Africa, stand up. This was only for education purpose. You don't like anything black? Step. You like anything black? You stay. And plus, I would like for you to subscribe, like, share, give this video a thumb. So I would like to talk about, we are Black history, everything to do with Black. Yes, I will change my topic, especially I'm coming to speak about the religious. Oh, yes, I'm going to dedicate myself to speak about this garbage religious that killed us Black people. Oh, yes, I'm going to go there. I know majority of you are not going to like it. This is Black history. You like or not, I'm still going to speak about it. Peace.